Hi guys, I'm Lexi. Come with me in a day in my life after school where I show you texts that are around the world because texts are everywhere, not only in the classroom. Yay! So the first text I found is actually not words. It's a sign for handicapped people in the park. You can see me realizing that I passed by in real time. This is a non-literary text because it communicates real-world information and non-artistic expression. Its typology is mainly descriptive and informative since it gives immediate instructions about space usage. The genre would be public signage. The purpose is to regulate behavior and reserve the area for a specific group. The audience is the general public, especially drivers. The tone is neutral and direct, and the structure is minimal. It's just the icon. The pedagogical use would be that this works perfectly to teach modal verbs like must, can, cannot, and also vocabulary related to public spaces. Students also practice reading for gist because they interpret meaning quickly using symbols. And in case you're wondering, where are we going? We're going to my favorite place ever, La Casa del Maquillo. Here we're walking to the main entrance, and in a few seconds we're going to see a poster, which I found very interesting. It's a poster that says, Un pueblo organizado es un pueblo protegido. This is a non-literary persuasive text. The typology is argumentative because it promotes a social idea. There it is. The genre is a social awareness campaign poster. The purpose is to influence behavior and community responsibility. The audience is citizens of the neighborhood. The tone is motivational and collective, and the structure is a short slogan, very memorable and repetitive. The pedagogical use could be great for teaching slogans, persuasive language, and cause-effect connectors, like because, therefore, and so. Here we have a corkboard with a lot of posters, a lot of signs, some stickers, so you can see everything here is text. Now here at the entrance we have a text explaining the organization's purpose on the wall. This is a non-literary expository text. The typology is expository, as I said, because it explains what the institution does. The genre is institutional mission statement. Purpose is to inform identity and philosophy of the organization. The audience is visitors, members, and new participants. Tone formal and inspirational. The structure is a question plus explanation paragraph, and it's perfect to teach present simple for general truths and vocabulary about professions and society. Now this looks like a letter about leadership. This is a non-literary argumentative text. The typology is argumentative plus expository because it explains and defends a concept of leadership. The genre is formal reflective letter/essay. The purpose is to persuade readers about ethical leadership. The audience is business and civic community. Tone, formal and philosophical. The structure is title, paragraphs, contrast list, closing, signature, and date. It's amazing for teacher comparatives and contrasts like a boss versus a leader. Here we have illustrated caricature pages explaining ideas visually. This is a literary-like multimodal text because it mixes visual, narrative, and written dialogue. Typology is mainly narrative and explanatory. The genre is comic/graphic informational text. The purpose is to make complex ideas easy and engaging. The audience is young learners and general public. The tone is friendly and accessible. The structure is panels plus images plus short speech bubbles. And it's great for storytelling, sequencing, and speaking practice. My tablet is full of stickers. These are non-literary expressive texts. The typology is descriptive and persuasive identity markers. The genre is symbolic microtext/branding. The purpose is to show belonging and ideology. The audience is peers who see them. The tone is informal and personal. The structure is logo plus phrase plus image. The pedagogical use is that students can create their own identity stickers to practice self-description vocabulary and short written production. Now this is an actual book. This is a literary non-fiction text. Its typology is mostly expository and argumentative. The genre is compiled essays/political writing. The purpose is to document ideas and perspectives. The audience is readers interested in society and politics. The tone is reflective and formal. The structure is prologue plus chapters plus articles, and it's good for extensive reading strategies, predicting topics, and summarizing paragraphs. These are slides from a workshop. These are non-literary academic texts. Typology is expository, instructional. The genre is educational presentation. The purpose is to teach concepts. The audience is students. Tone is semi-formal and motivational. The structure is titles plus visuals plus keywords, and it's useful for note-taking strategies and listening comprehension. Now here I'm going to show you a little booklet they gave me in the street. It's a non-literary commercial text. The typology is descriptive plus persuasive. The genre is product catalog. The purpose is to sell products. The audience is consumers. The tone is promotional. The structure is images plus prices plus short descriptions, and it's perfect for practicing numbers, prices, and shopping role plays. There's an ad inside there, as you can see, and here is the catalog. Here we're going to see a street sign made with cardboard. It's a non-literary transactional text. The typology is informative and persuasive. The genre is street advertisement. The purpose is immediate selling. The audience are pedestrians. The tone is direct and informal. There it is. And the structure is product plus price only. It's great for beginners learning money expressions and questions like how much is it? Finally, graffiti. This can be considered a semi-literary expressive text. The typology is expressive and sometimes narrative depending on the message. The genre is urban art. The purpose is self-expression or identity marking. The audience is the public. The tone is emotional and informal. The structure is stylized typography, and students can interpret meaning and practice inference and speaking opinions with it. So yeah, today I basically proved that language is everywhere, not only in classrooms, not only in books. We constantly read the world before we read words. And honestly, once you start seeing texts like this, you never stop. Thanks for coming with me today.